Any reflection or any God winks that you'd like to share today? Nope. Okay. Well, I have one from Thanksgiving where sometimes it's exactly what you needed and you didn't realize that. So this was the first Thanksgiving without my dad, and we went to his lady friend's family's house like we've been doing for the last 7+ years. And just being there and being present and being together um, really shows the friendship that was built along the years and the relationship that's unexpected. So, thinking back of anyone who you really didn't think you were ever going to meet or be a part of your life or be as close to friends as you are now. And maybe there's a fuller purpose in that. So, acknowledging that process that God has keeping us in the loop, always one step ahead of us, and sharing in the relationships that He is building with us.
I love that, Brenda. Something that stood up for me when you were describing that connection and relationship, that you just don't really know how it will come, not necessarily full circle, but right, we'll see that there's more purpose behind it. And as I'm sitting here in Mexico, something that's really cool is that when I met Susie, almost 5 years ago, almost 5 years ago, um, I had saw a picture of her and Brian in Mexico, and there was a description about traveling with them. And that's actually what drew me in to start working with Susie initially, was that I said, I want to travel with other couples. We didn't have our kids. We did have our kids at the time. We didn't have, we weren't traveling with our kids, right? Our youngest was, I think I was pregnant with him. And I knew that I wanted to have more connection with other couples and get out and see and experience things, because I knew I wanted to transition to traveling with the kids. And they didn't have Max at the time. But when I met Susie, the day I had a conversation with her face to face was because of a picture with them in Mexico, and there was a description of traveling with them. And I told my husband, I said, I want to travel with other couples. I want to travel with other families. I want to do things with people that are, really looking to experience life. And that's really something that drew me in. And here we are in Mexico, and Brian and Susie are here, and we have our families here together. So talk about relationships you're not really sure, but that you want to create something with, and then how it comes full circle years later, and you're able to be really grateful for those things that we say yes to, even when we're not fully sure how it's happening. And I'll share too that I mentioned that in my hour I started reading my money mindset affirmation book, and the affirmation today is, I am fully open to receiving wealth and abundance. And this trip has definitely been abundant. So that's my Godwin.
That's awesome. We often think that we can connect all the dots ahead of time, and honestly, you can't do it until after the events or the people we have met along the way um, land into place, and we understand what that means. And the only one that knows the full dot locations is God, and how amazing of a path He has for us. So I absolutely love your story because it's often overlooked, I think. Any other reflection in the last, what, we might have 30 seconds or so?
Well, I would just like to say, in just kind of the space that I'm in and hearing you guys' stories, is just really that being in the waiting. You know, we try to escape the waiting and we try to like fight the waiting. And there is so much goodness and glory in the waiting, is what stirred up for me.
Yes, absolutely. Thank you so much for sharing that. And with that, we are at the top of the hour, and
Thank you, Brenda.
you're welcome. Have a great day, everybody.
You too.